Hi, I'm Phil from element14. We're joined with Katerina. Today we have Alberto. Hi, Alberto. How are you?
Hi guys, very well. You?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm very good. So we're going to be talking about some nautical projects today, which is very exciting. So what type of boats do you sail?
I sail racing boats, mainly boats for ocean racing, so long run race. So few days up to several weeks.
Wow, that's a long time. So your project, what is it, and what problem does it solve?
Um, as I sail, you should sail boats for oceans race, usually for double-ended or single-ended race. One of the most important parts of the boat is the autopilot. So it's automatic system that move the rudder when you do all the rest, and so you can sleep, you can eat, you can set up the sails, and so on. So it's actually your best friend
Yeah.
in those situations.
giving giving you some time to do everything else. It just makes sure you stay on course, or it makes sure you follow a particular heading.
It's you can set up as you want, but the aim is actually to steer the boat to make it goes as fast as possible on your desired course. So it could be when you say you never go straight from A to B.
Yeah,
You always try to seek for um, weather systems that accelerate you toward the destination.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you using a microcontroller, a motor controller, and some linear actuators to move the rudder itself.
Yeah, actually, it's a system that you can divide in two parts. There is a data acquisition system that allow you to get all the important navigation data from the sensor that you have on board. So from the 3D sensor, that is a compass. You have a wind sensor. You have a boat speed sensor. Eventually a GPS. So and with this data, you can calculate the true wind actually, because you are on a floating object moving in the sea. So it's like you're on a bike and feeling the wind, and that's what we call apparent wind. But the true wind that is actually there is when you stay still. So you have to subtract your speed and so on. So there is this vectorial calculation to get and to calculate and clean from both oscillations, uh, um, and get the good data, no? To to give to the control system, the autopilot that actually move the rudder to actuators and some feedbacks to and steer the boat in the right direction. Yeah.
Great.
So it's based on microcontrollers, yeah, to get and to move the rudder, yeah.
Yeah. What was the most challenging part of building the project?
Actually, one of the most challenging part of this project was it was this that to build the screen part, because getting a cheap and programmable um, screen
Hmm.
that must be waterproof with buttons, and that is not a touch screen because water with touch screens doesn't work very well. Uh, was quite tough. So had to 3D print the thing, put a screen and so on, and it was not only electronic and programming part, was also quite complete as challenge.
Yeah. So if you could add anything to this project, what would you add? What features, what parts would you add?
I would nowadays I would remove the screen. It was too challenging.
Okay.
But yeah, too hard, and so I would put just a keyboard to control and use a smartphone to as with a web page server to interact and to configure the autopilot. So it's yeah, nowadays it's much more cheaper and much more flexible. So you can add as much as want you as much screen as you want, and yeah, and you can integrate with the onboard instruments easily.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
So the element14 community has 500,000 engineers of engineers makers. If there's one part of the project you'd like to hear their input on, or their thoughts, or get help on, is there anything you'd like to uh, ask them about? Is there any projects you'd like to
yeah.
hear
For
their thoughts
example,
on?
yeah. For example, I this transition to Android screens and yeah, I'm building a web server on it. This is something that it's a must do. And of course, one of the reasons that I built this project was to because there are existing autopilots, commercial products, and so on. So the aim was to keep it cheap and to develop new control algorithm for the boat. So is to is the aim is still to seek for better algorithm to control and to move the rudder in the best possible way to make the boat goes as fast as you can.
Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Obviously, we're going to be running a competition based off this, so check down in the comments below, and on the Element 14 blog, we will be giving away some amazing stuff, and you can give your thoughts and input to Alberto on the wonderful project. Thank you all very much for your time today. Thank you, Alberto, and hopefully we'll see you in the comments.
Yeah, thanks to you guys.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alberto.